This new world is filled with riches. My attack begins here. I am about to bring the war to our foe. Follow my lead. No more native allies for our enemy after this attack. I shall destroy the enemy trading post here. We can fill the British Museum with samples of these new wonders. I want a base here. Soon it will teem with soldiers. I am going to build a town here. My next town centre is to be at this location. Native warriors are brave and resourceful. The native tribes will be good to have at our side. A brave land to hold such discoveries. Trade routes are the lifeblood of a nation. It is time to expand my trading empire. I am going to raid the enemy gatherers. I am sorrowful. I had to buy back my explorer from the enemy. Now they have the natives on their side. Well done. This should get you off to a quick start. See here, a town but no army to protect it. This town has no ability to train infantry. This means our cavalry should meet with little opposition. Since this town does not have a stable, we should be safe sending in light troops and artillery to attack it. The enemy murdered my explorer. My explorer has been lost to the enemy. Wondrous. With such wealth, our cause surges forward. It is dangerous here on the frontier. Now my explorer has been incapacitated. You certainly do not waste time getting started, do you? My explorer has been hurt. I don't suppose you could spare a soldier or two to help him back into action? You have failed. I have successfully retrieved my explorer. You could not hold my crafty explorer for long. My explorer is back with me and as good as new. You seem to be a very efficient partner. Your native allies cannot save you. I didn't want that particular native town anyway. What do you think you are doing? Killing settlers violates all civilized laws of war. Stop chasing my settlers at once. You have fair warning. I warn you. Continue raiding my settlers and I shall respond in kind. You haven't gathered much treasure. I hope it's because you're building up a strong army somewhere. Your army may be massive, but my heart is pure and my soldiers each fight with the strength of 10. You certainly have a lot of soldiers. I suspect this means you've skimped on equipping and training them. Nice large army. Let's see how it holds up in battle. Your army doesn't seem quite large enough to be a threat. I wonder what you plan to do with it. I see your force maneuvering in the wilderness. Perhaps it's worth my while to destroy it. It's rather rude to seize treasure so close to your allies' town. I expect better behavior from you. I doubt you dare attack me with an army that size. You'd better pick up your toys and scurry home. What a tiny army! Is this a trick of some kind? I imagine the reason your army is so small is that you'd hoped, in vain, that it would escape notice. You are causing me serious discomfort. I'm sure you won't mind me collecting treasure here. It's all for a good cause. Please, have mercy. Can we discuss a temporary ceasefire? Perhaps your troops could use a break from their labours. Your town is rather out on a limb, isn't it? Feeling standoffish, I see. Didn't want to be too near your smelly old neighbours. I can see your town now. My soldiers know where to head. My explorer needs some rest. I won't be making many discoveries for a while. Thank you for putting your town in such an obvious spot. It was easy to discover. You must be afraid of me. Your towns are so near to one another. You built so very, very near your ally. I wonder if it is some kind of strange plan, or just a mistake. Did you forget something, like progressing in age? You certainly are quick to jump up in age. I suspect this indicates that your economy is lagging well behind mine. My exploration attempts are going to have to be on hold for a while. My explorer had a bit of a mishap. What took you so long to reach Colonial? Still in the discovery age? Haven't you discovered enough yet? How impolite. That treasure was clearly intended for me. Off to a good beginning. Alas, my explorer got caught in the open by enemies, and now I cannot gather treasures until he is back. You have scooped up so many treasures. What a fine fellow. I appreciate your letting me collect all the treasure, but I have enough. Really. You can get some now, if you like. A fine treasure indeed. I can't imagine why you hadn't gathered it already. You have done a good job with your colony so far, but not good enough. Now that you are so far advanced in age, your uniforms must seem fine indeed, but I doubt your fighting quality has improved. Your colony has not progressed to the next age yet. I hope it's because you're busy building a large army. I am impressed by your speed in advancing your colony, but not frightened. Your success in making discoveries may help console you when you have lost the war. I see you are wasting your time on penny ante looting. A paltry treasure here or there makes no difference in the long run. You are so backward. What will your soldiers use to fight mine? Clubs? You progress at a remarkable rate. I trust you'll have enough troops to take advantage of your technology. You are so nice to choose to fight me while you are an age inferior. How sweet. Yes, you have reached colonial age first. I suppose I should congratulate you. So soon. I must marshal my forces. At last you have joined the rest of us in the colonial age. You are colonial at last. How quaint. We are all moving on to the next age. That's a relief. I was wondering if you'd ever advance. Are you aware that it is possible to advance to the colonial age? Still back in the discovery age? How delightful. This wealth will go straight into my war chest. See how my explorer makes good use of his time? You can learn by my example. Every time I make such a lucrative discovery, it's one less find for you. Well done. It may be a moment before I can catch up with you. That's pretty bold of you, coming that near to my base. What daring! Stealing a treasure from under my very nose. You made the first find. Beginner's luck. Don't you realize that these paltry treasures don't count in the long run? You are good at exploring the wilderness, but other skills will be needed once the fighting begins in earnest. A fine show, my friend. Pray, use your new research advantage to hinder our common foe. You must have a lot of time on your hands to waste it gathering treasures. Can't you find anything? Perhaps it's because my gallant explorer has already gathered up all the treasures. I really appreciate your leaving all the treasure gathering to me. It's too kind. I have stolen one of your treasures right from under your nose. Saving that treasure for later? Too late now. Soon you will have much more powerful troops than I. I will support you the best I can, of course. I feel bad about this, but I don't have enough resources to obey you. Sorry, I'm too poor to do that. I have not trained an army yet. Sorry, I don't have any troops. If I had a few more men, they would rush to your aid. I am curious, did your battle plan include advancing to the next age? I need to protect the few troops I have so far. Perhaps later I can assist you. I'm sorry, but that is impossible for me. My caissons will soon go rolling along. I like horses, and I'm glad you do too. More footmen? The backbone of our army. Well, well, an enemy town left undefended. I thought you'd like to know. How nice to get a settler without having to pay for him or ship him from overseas. Don't let it go to your head. You can't get enough gold that way to win the war. Food? How nice for you. I see you've rescued a local. Wood is good. I have spotted an enemy town that doesn't even have a barracks. Our cavalry can run rampant. It's almost embarrassing to find nice things like a free settler. But I'll take it. Free money. Let me know if you need any of this food. Help from the natives. I feel blessed indeed. More lumber to build our towns. Here is an enemy town with no stable. Perhaps some artillery would be in order. Well, that was a close fight. It was touch and go there for a while. It was a near thing, but I've won. Actually, that fight was rather dull. No surprises there. Curse this wilderness. My explorer is down. The enemy don't seem to be trying their hardest. It is time to wall in. I need more defenses. The enemy has 4 of a kind. We have to act fast. Uh-oh. We need to get our act together and quickly. They killed my explorer. Please teach them a lesson. Now all we have to do is sit back and wait for victory to fall into our laps. How sweet. 4 of a kind. It's been so long since we got together, my friend. I see you have been successful in multiplayer. I've missed you. We really should fight on the same side more often. What happened? Your multiplayer score has plummeted. It feels so good to get my Explorer back. Poor baby. I see you have been losing a lot in multiplayer. Your score is so much lower than before. It's been so long since our last encounter. Have you been seeing someone else? You are so much more powerful and impressive than last time we met. This should be fun. This map, again, we lost last time we were together. Let us learn from our mistakes. I have successfully brought my Explorer back from the brink of death. Last time we were allied, we did not do so well. I'm sure we'll work together much better now. I have every confidence we will win today, just like we did the last time I was here at your side. I feel a little embarrassed about my performance last game. Thank you for taking another chance on me. I hope you're able to do better than our last experience together. I didn't have the heart to defeat you in our last game. I'm glad we're on the same side now. I am sure your troops were on the way, but I've managed to free my Explorer myself. Thank you anyway. Remember when I crushed you last time? Ah, those were the days. How annoying! Now we have to start the countdown all over again. The enemy has already allied with the natives. The poor natives. They are being deluded by our enemy's lies. Now the foe has claimed a trade route. It seems like we are behind. You saved my Explorer. Words cannot express my gratitude. The enemy has a trading post? Surely we can match him, tit for tat. They have more native allies than we do. Shouldn't we be doing something about that? The enemy is certainly obsessive about hoarding trading sites. I am proud to see what you are doing. More natives means more warriors available to us. I am glad to see we are keeping ahead in the trade race. You did what I could not. Rescued my Explorer. Now we have the first native allies. Wonderful. We are the first to claim a trade route. You can relax now. The threat is ended. I have enlisted the help of the natives. They say England is a nation of shopkeepers. Well, those shops power a great economy, and this trading post will do the same for us. Thank you ever so much. My newly free Explorer will work twice as hard to make up for lost time. See what I have done? Yet more natives to fight at our side. I am adding more trading posts to our string. We are in for a tougher fight than last time we met. This fight should be a lot less stressful than the last one. We are 60 seconds from losing. Shall we surrender now and spare ourselves the ignominy, or make one last push to overthrow the enemy's 4 of a kind? Sadly, I was forced to ransom my Explorer. The enemy rejoices. We are 60 seconds from victory. Let us enjoy the final moments of this contest by watching our enemy writhe in the agonies of his failure. Just 1 minute before our triumph, my friend. It may be a bit premature, but let me congratulate on a game well fought. Ah! I need help right here, right now. I hate to bother you, but if you don't immediately send some troops to this point, I'm going to be in big trouble. Help is on the way. This is troubling. They are turning the natives against us. My forces are marching here as fast as they can. We are coming to back you up. No need to worry, my troops are on the way. Just hold out a little longer. I'm coming. We are coming to relieve your hard-fighting soldiers. This battle is off to an excellent start. To victory! I am proud to be your ally in this struggle. Excuse me, but I'm a little short of coin at the moment. Can you spare some? I am embarrassed to admit it, but I don't have enough coin to accomplish this task. Can you send me some? My people are hungry. Do you have any extra food? I have a food shortage. Can you spare some? So far, so good. I can't seem to cut down trees fast enough. Please send me some wood if you can. I need you to give me some wood, dear. Thanks so much. I couldn't have held out much longer. I really appreciate the help you gave me back there. My gratitude for the aid you rendered my base. I do not see how they can stop us now. My royal thanks for helping me win this victory. We could never have won this fight without your timely aid. This team-up may have won us the war. Thank you ever so much for the coin. We give thanks for all the resources. This town needs a British flag. Would you agree? This food is great. It really hits the spot. Now I can build what I need. I think you have bitten off more than you can chew, my friend. Perhaps a strategic withdrawal is in order. This fight is too much for you. Pull back for now and return when you are stronger. Send in more cannon and field pieces, my friend. I believe that would bring victory. It's time to take the war to the foe, right about here. You seem to have a shortage of cannon and shot. Perhaps if you had more artillery, you would do better. Ride them down. Oh, wait. You don't have enough cavalry. Perhaps you should rectify that error. If only we had access to more cavalry, I think we could defeat them. We cannot stand up to the enemy unless we get more infantry into the fight. See what the foe is sending against us. We could defeat them if only we had more infantry. I plan to assault the main enemy base. Can you help? So, read any good books lately? War. A series of catastrophes which result in peace. You can see civilization advancing. In every war, you get killed in a new way. Have at you. Take that. I have commanded my armies to attack here. Surprise! An extra settler or two can do you no real good. A few driblets of coin here and there will not change the outcome. A bit of extra food can't help you. My troops are going to target enemy settlers around the map. One warrior, more or less, does not make an army. Wood? What can you do with that? My empire grows more quickly than ever. Ah, riches. Food just seems to drop out of the trees for me. This trade site needs new management. Even the natives want to join my side. I guess they sense who is likelier to win. It's nice to get wood, without all that lumberjack labor. As I expected, the victory is mine. To the victor belong the spoils. What a disaster. You are a tough opponent. Ouch. Perhaps you could go easier on me next time. You have been practicing. Your rating has jumped up since last we met. You poor soul. I see your multiplayer score has dropped. Should I take it easy on you this time around? It seems like weeks since last we met. This same map, again. It is time to expand my trading empire. Couldn't you take the pressure? I see you've tilted the odds more in your favor this game. You are brave to face more enemies than your last game. The fight is not over yet. Your stupid timer does not mean we are tossing in the towel. All those trading posts. Which one shall I destroy first? I am constructing a military base here. These natives shall be useful allies. Ha ha! Now you'll have to start over again. You didn't need those particular natives, did you? Down with the usurper! I mean you, of course. Great Britain feels it necessary to inform you that your trading post is no more. I got the first trade site. Victory is assured. Those walls are so decorative. I hope you don't think they'll be practical as well. I like the way your walls look. I'll be careful only to poke a few holes in them. You certainly are quick to claim the natives. Afraid I'd get there first? You already need a trading post. Mismanaged something early on, did you? I need a town centre here. What did those hapless natives ever do to you? Aren't you supposed to be fighting soldiers, not mere trading sites? I wish you'd stop trespassing on my property. Look, now you've broken it. Well, it was fun while it lasted. You have given me a higher difficulty rating. This time I should put up a real challenge for you. That's one less enemy town befouling the landscape. Even at this new, lower difficulty rating, I trust I will be able to put up a good fight for you. Hear that? The clock is ticking now. Just a few short minutes and you lose. It seems there is nothing I can do to keep you from winning. But there is still a little time for me to take action. Look at the timer. Tick, tick, tick. The countdown to doom. That town was better defended than I had hoped. That treasure is now mine, by right of armed conquest. How adorable! You have sent soldiers to try to invade my town. I can see your army wandering about aimlessly. I can see your explorer now. These are dark times. I regret the necessity of annihilating you. So far, we are victorious. The enemy base is destroyed. You can save your men's lives by giving up now. It seems I have the upper edge on you. How nice. I must say, it is a pleasure to see your soldiers take to their heels. Look at the size of this fight. Everyone wants to get in on the action. Feeling standoffish? I noticed the new walls around your base. The enemy base still stands. He is a tenacious fellow. Do you think they're going to try to raid us? I see your walls. Those false British are just about out of the door. Your troops plus my loyalists have shown them up, as we should have expected. The British are stout opponents. Luckily, you have some British on your side as well. I have fought tougher Dutch than these before. These just seem to cave right in when we attack. It is exceedingly irritating that the Dutch are so stubborn. The natives are free once again. The Germans cannot stand up to my fine lobster backs. What can we do about the Germans? The Ottomans are nearly dead. It's like a new crusade, except this time we get to win. It is like the Crusades all over again. Once more the Ottomans seem to be winning. I believe the Portuguese have been put paid to. I'll have to liberate those natives later. The Portuguese are a real problem. Do you have any suggestions for how to deal with them? Well, at least the Spanish are practically down for the count. The Spanish are proving to be redoubtable foemen. I hope you can see the way to overcome their might. Emergency! The enemy is hitting me hard. Who knew the Dutch would prove so strong? That's one less trade site for our enemies. We might lose, but the Dutch are as weak as we. The German army is old-fashioned and out of date. Let us destroy them before we ourselves are destroyed. I did what I could, but it was not enough to enable us to win. Your weaknesses have brought about my downfall. The Ottoman infidel has proved too much for us to handle. Perhaps I should send a bigger army next time I attack a trading post. The Turks are the most vulnerable enemy we have. Let us see if they can be destroyed before we are. In past decades, Portugal had often proved a powerful ally to England. Sadly, it seems that Portugal is equally powerful as a foe. Even though we're the underdogs in this fight, I think we can at least take the Portuguese down with us. It certainly looks like the Spanish are going to have their vengeance for our sinking their armada back in 1588. Things look bad. But the Spanish house seems rather rotten, if you get my meaning. Let us kick in their doors. My troops shall defend this location. Curses! Now another of them has joined the fray. We need more troops to counter them. We kill them, and yet more keep coming. What can we do? Excellent! You have gathered your troops together, so we can destroy them all at once. How thoughtful. We gathered our troops together here specifically in hopes that you would gather yours together to face us. Thank you for obliging us. We make a good team, my friend. Let us march forward arm in arm to our certain triumph. This building shall be protected. All is well at this time. We must still be vigilant, but I believe the outcome of this war will be favorable. Well, the enemy is slipping behind. You have been of some assistance, at least. The foe is almost beaten. It is safe for you to start fighting now. I think this war has turned in our favor, thanks to you. Your strength has carried this alliance. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. My armies shall defend this native village. You may have forgotten about me, but I have not forgotten about you. Thank you for the respite from combat. I can use this extra time to prepare for your defeat. Are you trying to hide? I see no signs of life. That's hardly cricket, is it? Teaming up against me. It takes two of you to defeat me. What kind of soldier are you, anyway? This trading post shall not fall. Now you see our true power. We fight as a team, my ally and I. You cannot stop us both. You thought you had me, didn't you? Admit it. You didn't reckon on reinforcements. Excellent. You have gathered your troops together so we can destroy them all at once. How thoughtful. We gathered our troops here specifically in hope that you would gather yours together to face us. Thank you for obliging us. Perhaps I can at least retrieve some dignity out of this debacle. Kind sir, will you accept my surrender? This town is worth defending. Alas, I am undone forthwith. Will you let me resign, or must I fight it out to the bitter end? Nothing I can do can save my town now. I am doomed. There is nothing but surrender left to me. Will you accept it? I shall supply you with the finest in British cuisine. I shall supply you with shipments of wood. I shall deliver an endless stream of coin to you. Here is some food. Eat it in good health. Here is some wood. Compliments of the British Empire. Here is some coin. Spend it wisely. It has been a noble fight, but I think we should cut our losses to fight again someday. Would you agree? Well, we can't win every battle. Perhaps next time we will be the victor. Shall we resign? I'll follow your lead. Things certainly aren't looking up. Don't you think we should surrender while we can? This is absurd. We are wasting our energy. It is time to admit defeat. I am sorry, but that is just not possible. With all due respect, I am not allowed to do that. I would love to, but I cannot afford to comply with your request. I would comply immediately if only I had enough troops. I have no army, so I cannot comply. As you wish. By your command. I hasten to obey. I shall train more cavalry. I shall expand my infantry. I shall manufacture artillery units. I shall make cavalry and some infantry. I shall make cavalry and build a few artillery units. My line of infantry should be able to hold off anything they throw at us, with a few cannon to support them. I shall produce infantry alongside the best cavalry I can train. I shall manufacture artillery units and add some cavalry to protect them. I shall manufacture artillery units and protect them with infantry. We seem to be in command of the situation. We seem to be winning, and you deserve the credit. We seem to be winning in spite of your failures. I expect the French will resign soon. Looks like the Russians won't be in it much longer. I think we're winning, but the French might still cause us some problems. I'm sure we will win, but the Russians will offer some spirited resistance. I fear I may have doomed us to failure, despite your stellar performance. Your weaknesses have brought about my downfall. We may be losing, but I think we can take France down with us. We are beset with difficulties. Let us at least destroy the Russians before we go down to defeat. The enemy British have proven stronger than me, I fear. The situation looks bad, but I may see a way out. The enemy British are their weak link. Shall we strike? I hate to admit it, but the French may prevail. These are difficult times, my friend. Perhaps Russia is the nation of the future. If we cannot attack their trading posts now, perhaps it is time we consider getting our house in order. We are 60 seconds from losing. Shall we surrender now and spare ourselves the ignominy, or shall we make one last push to overthrow the enemy's trade monopoly? We shall win a glorious victory, if only this timer would hurry up. We are 60 seconds from victory. Let us enjoy the final moments of this contest by watching our enemy writhe in the agonies of his failure. Just 1 minute before our triumph, my friend. It may be a bit premature, but let me congratulate on a game well fought. It seems there is nothing I can do to keep you from winning, but there is still a little time for me to take action. Put away that bunting. I haven't given up yet. That clock does not scare me. We still have some time. Tick-tock. Hurry now, but not too much. Haste makes waste. Oh my, we are close to victory, aren't we? Rule Britannia, Britannia dum-de-dum. How annoying. Now we have to start the countdown all over again. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Ha ha! Now you will have to start over again. Take that. And expect it again, just as good. There. Now we can have a stand-up fight. I will not tolerate any more of your tricks. The enemy has a trade monopoly. We have to act fast. Oh no. We'll need to get our act together, and quickly. Look sharp now, we have work to do. Let us be about it. How sweet! A trade monopoly. Now all we have to do is sit back and wait for victory to fall into our laps. Time brings victory to the patient. Would you join me for tea? The fight is not over yet. Your timer does not mean we are finished. Oh dear. Now I suppose I shall have to send my armies to annihilate you. And we were having such fun. My lobsterbacks know just how to deal with your trading posts. Hear that? The clock is ticking now. Just a few short minutes, and you lose. Oh dear, what is that I hear? Why, it's your defeat approaching. Tick, tick, tick. Look at the timer. Tick, tick, tick. The countdown to doom. The Aztecs do build lovely cities. Too bad they will soon lie in ruins. A gallant fight from the Iroquois. I am almost sad to see them defeated. Almost. The Sioux will soon be defeated. More's the pity. The Aztecs are arrayed in their finest regalia. A fearsome sight indeed. The Iroquois are strong and growing stronger. Though we may not understand their ways, we should not underestimate the Sioux. I never thought to see any stand against our alliance. Alas, the Aztecs not only stand, they tower. The Iroquois cannot be stopped, I fear. I'm afraid the Sioux are going to be our undoing. The Aztecs are close to defeat. Let us make one last grand rally and take them with us. The Iroquois cling to a thin thread. Perhaps we can cut it before we are defeated. With our last breath, let us take battle to the flagging Sioux.